Hi class! In Team 8 we have Grace, Chris, and Chanel. In this video we'll be talking to you guys about the current state of complementary and alternative medicine, or CAM for short. So after watching this video, you'll understand the history of CAM, you'll generally know what CAM is and what the different types are, then you'll learn the policies and how insurance affects CAM, and finally, you'll see what the future holds for CAM. The history of CAM in the United States has started pretty recently. CAM treatments like the one seen in this picture were noted to be of particular interest starting in the 1950s. This increase in CAM therapies and practices happened alongside the increase in the scientific method, research, and new technology. Since the 2000s, CAM has grown exponentially. It's estimated that CAM therapies and practices were only used 34% of the time in the 1990s. Now, in the 2000s, the use of CAM interventions and therapies has grown to at least 62%. CAM is defined as practices or interventions that are non-conventional forms of healthcare treatment. Alternative medicine is used in place of orthodox practices. Complementary medicine is an integrative or integrated approach when CAM is used with other conventional therapies and practices. More than 70% of people have tried at least one form of CAM in their health treatment. CAM therapies and practices have been estimated to cost billions of dollars each year. Medical institutions are now valuing the patient-driven market, so many of these places are incorporating CAM into their curriculum.
So CAM is composed of many different branches, and within these branches, there are numerous kinds of alternative medicines. These branches include traditional alternative medicine, body, diet and herbs, external energy, mind, and senses. Traditional alternative medicine includes more mainstream accepted forms of therapy. This includes acupuncture, homeopathy, and naturopathy. Body focuses on healing by touch, so this includes massage and yoga. Diet and herb approaches include dietary supplements, herbal medicine, and nutrition and diet. External energy includes electromagnetic therapy, while the mind includes meditation and hypnosis. Finally, the senses incorporate art, dance, and music.
So what's the policy on complementary and alternative medicine? As our healthcare system moves more towards preventative care, Section 2706 of the Affordable Care Act was created. Section 2706 is referred to as a non-discrimination provision. This provision states that an insurance plan or provider cannot discriminate coverage against any healthcare provider who is acting within the scope of that provider's license or certification under that state's law. This means that care cannot just be limited to MDs. If an insurance plan says it covers massage therapy, then the therapy can be provided by a licensed massage therapist. Likewise, if the plan says it covers acupuncture, then it can be performed by a physician or a licensed acupuncturist. The main issue with Section 2706 is how much variation there is across the nation. Coverage of complementary and alternative medicine will vary from state to state. So what is covered by insurance? As previously discussed, in the private insurance sector, states will decide what can be covered by insurance. Right now, there are 18 states that recognize naturopathic doctors. So depending on your insurance plan in those states, you may be able to receive care under a naturopathic doctor. However, outside of the private insurance sector, things change just a bit. The VA is experimenting with complementary and alternative medicine to treat a host of problems for veterans. They list acupuncture, chiropractics, and even music therapy as possible treatment plans. Medicare is not as liberal with its coverage as the VA is. Chiropractic medicine is only covered when manipulation of the spine is medically necessary to fix subluxation of the spine. All other forms of complementary medicine are not covered.
So now we're going to be talking about some of the pros of CAM. To begin, CAM is really focused on holistic treatment or whole person treatment. It focuses on whole body care, so not just physical health, but the patient's emotional and spiritual health as well. CAM also places a great deal of focus on prevention. It encourages patients to have well visits. These are treatments aimed at preventing a disease before it happens. Alternative medicine really takes on a natural approach to treatment, and as a result, it's less expensive than traditional medicine because these natural ingredients could be readily available in a patient's home, and they don't require high-tech tools and engineered medicines the way traditional medicine does. Now we're going to discuss some cons of alternative medicine. So to begin, there's very limited scientific research. In comparison to traditional medical methods, evidence is very limited for CAM, and this leaves us with many unanswered questions about the different kinds of treatments. Since CAM is not testing whether a drug is effective or not, it is much more difficult to collect data for alternative medicine because of its relatively new holistic and full-service approach. Another downside to CAM is that there is much confusion in its marketing. While the treatments of CAM are natural, this doesn't guarantee that they are safe.
The increase in healthcare costs will drive more patients to use CAM therapies because access to effective conventional plans may be too expensive to get a hold of. More journals have focused on complementary and alternative medicine in recent years, so this is a very exciting trend and future direction. As this picture represents the upcoming research in CAM, there is a push to emphasize the interaction between dietary supplements, herbal remedies, and probiotics on the body's physiological functions to prove the effectiveness. More stress is placed on how CAM can help chronic pain symptom management. This is very important as the population keeps aging.
So now we will leave you with 2 discussion questions. What, if any, ethical dilemmas could arise from the increase in complementary and alternative medicine? Should the federal government have more control over which complementary and alternative medicine is covered by insurance, or continue to leave it up to each individual state?